you can make it whatever you want it to be, and that's the opportunity, really.
My name is Bill Davey. I lived in England until I was 44, and then for various reasons I decided it was probably time for a change. So we had a look at swapping our farming career in the UK initially for Tasmania. There's a great appeal in Tasmania growing poppies for alkaloids, and there's quite a buzz over there because it's quite a profitable operation. And thought, well, while we're over here, we might as well go to New Zealand and take a look over there. We've never been nearer. 25 years this year, here we are. We're farming here now. We farm about 640 hectares, all beautiful sandy silt loam, which is wind-blown silt, so we can nearly grow anything we like. We've changed our cropping scenario dramatically in the last few years. We've gone away from small seed production, which comes with full of promises, hollow promises. Been there and done that for so many years, and we've gone away from that now, and we're more focused on supporting dairy in what we're growing, whether that be grains, grass for silage, wintering cows in the winter. We winter 3,000 cows here every winter on kale and grass, and we feed them supplement straw, which we produce ourselves, barley straw. That's between the months of June and August. Those cows come on here from 7 different dairy farms, and we run them all in separate blocks behind electric fencing, and it works very well. They do make a bit of a mess on a wet day. On this forgiving soil, we can remedy that with subsoiling and careful cultivations. The fertility those cows leave is invaluable, hence we've had success with growing milling wheat after cows. We've won the Milling Wheat Cup here, I think now 3 times in a row, 5 times in total, all growing wheat after the cows. So there must be something in the nutrient they're leaving. We grow feed barley, feed wheat. We're not growing any more milling wheat for the mills. They're very indecisive as to when they're going to take this. We need cash flow, as every business does. What's the point of having silos full of grain when you can sell it to dairy farmers next door as and when they want it? So our focus is now on dairy support, whether it be wintering cows or growing feed for cows. We grow a biggish area of Italian ryegrass, lucerne, and these cows in the district are fed that in baleage form, chopped silage, or hay, whatever they want. We've got baling attached to that, so we can produce bales ourselves and supply those locally. It's working pretty well.
So I'm Ollie Badcock. My wife and I, Lauren, we came out here 8 years ago. We made the decision to come to New Zealand, because you can grow grass, very similar to home, but also the progression pathway that the dairy industry has. I suppose we were dairy farming at home for a few years, and then we went to Australia for another couple of years, and then we finally settled to come in here. And try to bumble our way around and find a good spot to settle down. The biggest thing for us was to find sort of similar systems to what we did at home, like grass-based systems. So we came to South Otago to start off with, and we're here in Southland there now. But and then I came here, and it did get a reality check of I didn't know half as much as what I do know now. Whether it was about growing grass, weather, climate, grazing cows. Like at home, we were grass-based farming, but we always had a house. We always had a shed to on-off graze cows with. We haven't got sheds here. So that was an expectation that I didn't really think about, that we had it at home, but we just don't have it here. So you know, that was a big learning, and yeah, just learning how the country grows differently. That was another big one. A lot of people would come out here and they always say, hey, this isn't the UK, this is New Zealand, we do things differently. They certainly do things differently, rightly or wrongly, but the seasons grow different. We grow a lot faster, earlier, and at the end of the day, it's just trying to utilize as much of that as possible so we're not wasting it. And I think that was a huge thing that I didn't really look at or think about when we were at home. But here, like, everything's looked at, analysed more, because yeah, we haven't got anything to fall back on.
Yeah, hi, I'm Jim Cooper. I'm a dairy farmer / contractor. We're down here in Southland at the bottom of New Zealand. I came down here in '95 to be a dairy farmer, greener pastures, and come down to 121 hectares. Now we operate just on 700 hectares. We milk 1,100 cows. I've got a contracting business. We've got 20 tractors. I've been going for 10 years. And we run a fleet of fence and a fleet of John Deeres as well. This tractor behind me is a 724, and the guy driving is Harry, and he's from Scotland. I run 10 guys from overseas at the moment.
And I'm working out here for a couple months for LJ contracting for Jim. Bit of everything really, different job every day at the minute, moving bales, raking. There's a lot of different work to do. Just general tractor work. Off a farm back home, mixed farm, beef and arable, and we were sort of quieter in January, February, so I thought I'd come back out here, do a couple months, and yeah, it's good, just keep busy. Right now there's a lot of lads from back home out here, it's good crack. There's probably more Irish lads and Scottish, English lads in the pubs than there are Kiwis in most pubs. Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities. Wherever you go, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, the job's just completely different to back home. It's good to get the experience.
My operations manager, he's from England. He started with us in 2015, travelled backwards and forwards, never had a winter for a few years, and then COVID hit and he stayed here. He left and went away and worked for a couple of other businesses, and now he's come back and now he's my op manager. It's quite interesting. All I hear, even nowadays, is how there's no opportunity for anyone. I left school at 14. I got told by a teacher that the best place for me was prison. Hence I fell off the rails for a little while, then I found myself. Worked in Australia, did all sorts of jobs, and then I met my wife. And when I met my wife, I had $26 to my name. I met her and I started working. She had 3 jobs, I had 1 job. Worked hard, bought a house, Then we bought a shop, a takeaway bar, and we took this business from 95,000 a year turnover to $500,000 in 4 years. While we're doing that, we started having a family, and then we looked around and thought, what's the easy look for our life? And all my friends who own dairy farms seem to have a good life, so we went and bought a dairy farm up in the North Island, a little place called Reparoa, between Rotorua and Taupo. And then while I was up there, something pulled me to the bottom of the South Island, so I came down here and we bought our dairy farm where we are now, and that was 121 hectares. We ran that, and then we grew our business from there to where it is now, to 1,100 cows. And yeah, we'll never look back. And I mean, I was told that life was hard, and even now I hear from the young ones that life's hard, but if you go for it, there's opportunities out there, and if you want, this country is where you can get opportunities. You know, everywhere's got problems. Farming's not the easiest job in the world, but it's a rewarding job. If you want to work, there's opportunities out there. Contracting's hard. That's one of the harder parts of my business, is the contracting, because every man and his dog thinks they're a contractor. But if you get the right guys in your team, you can grow a business. The best part about it, you get these guys who do a fantastic job coming out here, but then all the rest of my guys have to step up to it because everyone expects it and set it high, and yeah, and make sure all our gear is set up right, you know, and we've got good gear. I pride myself on the gear we've got. I pride myself on the guys I've got working for me. You know, I can't run this business on my own, and these boys that I've got out, that I'm so proud to have them working for me, you know, and they've taught me a lot, and I've given them opportunities. And this business is all about is friendships and giving opportunities to young guys and young people, and watch them grow, you know.
Now then, Josh Parkinson, originally from Lincolnshire, do a bit of combining here, there and everywhere. Yeah. So you join us in Canterbury, New Zealand, where we're over here cutting a few different crops for a contractor here in between the Rakai and the Waimak rivers. How did I first come to New Zealand? It was accidental, if I'm perfectly honest with you. So obviously I'd been farming in the UK for a good few years. Never really had any intention of going abroad. I was very much a Lincolnshire boy, and that was that. And then in 2022, I said, right, I'm going to have to go and do the Aussie thing. So I got a job on a farm in Australia, and I'm driving one of these, actually, a 9.90 with a 60-foot Midwest on it, and I got the bug. Properly got the bug. Wasn't expecting that at all. And so one of the lads that I was there with, he said, the guy I'm going to in New Zealand has got an opening as well, if you'd be interested. And I was like, yeah, why not? Quite enjoying it. So I ended up flying out here. Didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. I didn't actually realise they did that much combining in New Zealand until I got here. But it is, hands down, without a doubt, out of all the countries that have combining, it is the best place in the world to come combining. I'll put between 15 and 20 different crops up this machine this season, and everything that you couldn't even dream of, they'll put up a combine over here, like spinach, radish, carrot seed, beet seed, do a lot of grasses, various different types of brassica, No 2 days are the same, and there's a lot of head scratchers. It's not uncommon that they'll say, "Oh, can you uncut that paddock?" And I don't even know what that crop looks like. So it's only because there's a pin that I know that I'm in the right place. So yeah, it's been a big learning curve, but it's good. What were the biggest shocks? 12-foot gateways were probably the biggest shocks, to be fair. Yeah, don't think I've ever taken my header off as much as I have done here. Trying to squeeze through. The 7-hectare average paddock size in this area, yeah, that took a bit of getting used to, I will admit. But no, there haven't been too many big shocks really. Yeah, the people here are fantastic. It's a good way of life.
I'm Tom Robinson. I come off a family farm back in the UK. At Horsington, we're a mixed farm, so we've got cattle and arable. I'm also self-employed and work for other farmers in the area, do lorry driving and all sorts. Just over here on a working holiday visa at the minute, so this is my second year here. This is Simpson Contracting at Wexford Farms. I did my first year in the North Island doing maize, grain and food. Ever since leaving school, college, you always see the films on, the pictures and stuff on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, and I've always thought that looks incredible. I really want to do that. Sort of situations at home and stuff have meant that I couldn't do it when I first wanted to, but yeah, we're out here now. Expectations, probably it's different how I thought. Especially down here in the South Island, I thought, because obviously you see all the cool videos of the hills and stuff in the North Island, I thought would be, farming on the side of mountains half the time, and actually here in Canterbury it's dead flat. It's just like being at home, which sort of surprised me. Other than that, I think it's sort of lived up to expectations. It's more scenic than I could probably have ever imagined. The scenery is incredible. It's unbelievable. To go from lakes to mountains to flats to, all in one island, one country it's incredible. I don't think you'll ever find it anywhere else.
So I'm Ezra McEwen. We farm here, my wife and I, in Eastern Southland in the Edendale district. We've got 85 hectare beef fattening operation and a little bit of sheep and other dry stock. So I love being outdoors and I like machinery and animals and working with that. I couldn't really see myself doing anything else. So yeah, I've always just wanted to be a farmer really. There's small margins and everything, and I think you've got to be willing to work real hard and you've got to stick at it for sure. Yeah, there's plenty of job opportunities for someone getting into it if you're willing to learn, and I think there's always a shortage of good people, so for people that are willing to get stuck in and have a crack at things, there's always something to do.
local Austin from the Waikato of the Better Island of New Zealand, which is north for those confused. Yeah, agricultural contractors. Solely, we don't have a farming operation, although we do lease a lot of ground to grow maize on. Yeah, Dad started the business in '81 with a tractor and a combine, and now we're running 7 harvesters and about 40 tractors and 15-20 trucks. How we run it here, we've got 4 managers in the office, myself, 3 others, and we sort of each look after a different area of the business. And so it just lets us focus on that one area. We sort of have an idea of what's going on in the background, and we obviously have to work with each other. For myself, I do all of the silage, grass, maize, harvesting. And so, you know, I don't need to worry about what the cultivation guys are doing. On the day, I just focus, do my job, and make sure I don't miss anything and stuff like that. So all our fleet's tracked, so we can see where everyone is at any one time. Really helpful if someone gets lost, or, you know, that tractor hasn't moved for a while, give them a ring, go okay. And then, yeah, just schedule everyone. Jobs come through on their phone, they see all the information, details about where they're going, what they're doing.
Matt Greenwood, I'm from Devon in the UK. I guess what I do, I sort of chase the harvest around the world, I guess is what I would say. I spend the summer in the Northern Hemisphere working for Frederick Harvesting out of Oldham, Kansas. I've done 9 seasons there and will be returning for my 10th in April. And then I've done 7 seasons here in New Zealand now, working for Wakeland Contracting, Wakeland Harvesting. And yeah, it's a similar thing here. We harvest here a range of different crops, and yeah, manage to harvest just about every month of the year, which is good. So coming to New Zealand, I was really looking for something to fill in between the winter months. So I was working in the States at the time, wasn't real excited about going back to the UK in the deep dark depths of winter, and saw a job advertised for the months of January to March for a combine operator, and thought that would be a good fill. My expectations were probably exceeded. I never knew about the range of crops and things that were grown here. I remember him telling me on the phone that we'd be harvesting stuff like carrot seed, chicory, mustard, radish, and stuff like that. It never even crossed my mind. And what I've learned about those crops since I've been here has just been mind-blowing, really. The seed production here is massive for different vegetables and stuff, so that's been really interesting. Yesterday, for example, we were harvesting a spinach seed crop. That stuff's worth $8.50 a kilo. You know, like, there's seriously high value crops harvested here, which is really interesting. Big shock for me really was how laid back people are generally here. At home, everything always feels like high stress, high pressure. It's different here. People are generally a lot more understanding, a lot more relaxed. It's not always that way, especially when the weather windows are tightening up, but for the most part, people are pretty chilled, and that's a nice environment to be around. It's not near as stressful at home, I don't feel like. It seems to be a lot wetter now here in sort of the months of January and February, which is difficult. And if you can hear it now, but it's pouring rain, there's water running out the yard. We've had 3 good days of harvest, and we've had to push really hard for those days. And now we're looking on for about 40 or 50 mil here, sort of between last night and today. And then it's looking like we've got 3 more good days, and then it's bad again. But it's, you know, you get 40 or 50 mil, it's going to take a minute or 2 for that to dry out. So here, for me, I'd say the greatest opportunity is probably dairy farming. There's a lot of opportunity for guys, or girls obviously, to come out here. People talk a lot about share milking, contract milking. There's a lot of those opportunities here. And even just as a dairy farm manager, I mean, there's big bucks to be made big money compared to dairy farming at home.
Well, I'm Nathan Wilson, originally from Bewley, the New Forest in Hampshire in England, now in Outrehanger in the North King Country, running Hall & Wilson Limited Agricultural Contractors. We specialise in forage harvesting, grass and maize silage. That's what we specialise in. Run a full range of John Deere equipment. I first came to New Zealand on a working holiday, worked for a contractor, and then went back to the UK and over to the States for a harvest there, and yeah, I did that for a few years backwards and forwards, and yeah, we got back to, and I met Sarah, my wife, in America doing the harvest. We went back to the UK and foot and mouth hit over there, so yeah, we had to make a decision what we were going to do, and Sarah was wanting to come back to New Zealand, and so we came back, and yeah, here we are today. We thought there was a better future here in New Zealand, so, and as it's turned out, it probably was, you know, because we certainly wouldn't have this operation in the UK. Agriculture is still the main industry of New Zealand, so there's farmers are looking for agricultural contractors to service them, and whereas it's probably declining more in the UK, you know, which is the biggest difference I see. Yeah. Well, there's certainly lots of opportunity here. If you're willing to work hard, especially in the dairy sector, you know, I still believe, you know, that you can come here and you know, go through the management, share milking, and climb the ladder and get yourself into farm ownership. I think that's still achievable. I really do, which is a huge opportunity, you know, especially if you're willing to work hard and get your head down and get into it, you know. No different to what we're doing with the agricultural contracting. Alan Hall, he offered me to go into business with him. He had the foundation and we've built on it, you know, and it's been fantastic. Every season has its challenges, you know, and 9 times out of 10 it's weather related. Really, it's and it's no different to the UK, you know, you're always battling the weather. It's I think the seasons are more defined in New Zealand, I honestly do. But you know, you get a wet spring like we just had, and that is a real challenge, because you're trying to be in 10 places at once, and yeah, you can't keep everyone happy. We've actually bought about 100 acres of land now, where I live and across the road. So that's probably the most rewarding thing, you know, to be able to get into farm ownership off the back of hard work, and you know. And I certainly wouldn't be able to do it without Alan and Sarah, my wife. She's a key role of it, you know. She does all the bookwork, and yeah. And Sam, my brother, he's bought a share of the contracting business as well. So yeah.
For a young person wanting to get on in life, there's a lot more opportunity. Decide, well, I only come for 3 years. I never planned to stay, and the next minute I've met a girl, married, little just born. Own a house, own 25% of this, and the minuses over here are less than what the minuses are at home, if that makes sense. You know, there's a lot more positives here than there is, in my opinion. It's not for everyone. Like, if you young fella wanting to get on gear, there's a lot more chances. You know, there's a lot more opportunity for you to get onto decent machinery over here than there is at home. Where personal experiences. A lot more opportunity if you're willing to work. You know, you can get on here. I've been here 10 years and I own a beautiful house, and it's just through hard work, really. It's just everything's easy. It seems easier here. I don't know if it is or not. It just seems anyone's too much trouble for anyone. They're all willing to help you. You go into a go anywhere. You know, you can go anywhere in this country and everyone take half an hour out of their day, especially being from England, to have a yarn with you. Oh, you know, what you're doing here, blah, 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 and all that, you know. It's just, I think the people, I wouldn't say they're not nice at home, but they've got a lot more interest in what you're up to here.
So I'm Greg Gemmell. I'm from Bunnythorpe, Manawatu, in the North Island of New Zealand. We are robotic dairy farmers. We are organic, and we have been robotic for the last 9 years. So the robot milkers work. The cow wears a collar, so the collar tucks into the muscle of the neck, and it works on algorithms. So when the cow is due for milking, it's like us. We go to our pantry or our fridge to have lunch or tea. The cows come back to the robot to get their little portion of meal in the robot. The collar determines where the coordinates are in the robot. If they stand still, it takes a photo, the cups go on, the milk is taken, and the milk is then pumped into a vat where it goes to Fonterra. We've been certified organic for the last 4 years, I think it is. So we're exporting market to 9 different countries around the world. Okay, we're milking 180 peak cows at one time. We're an autumn and a spring calving herd. We do a 6 weeks of AI, so that's artificial insemination. We use salmon semen. We're looking for a temperament. We're looking for udder conformation, stature, predominantly a darker animal than white because of the sunburn. I like a dark sole on the feet for foot rot. Yeah, it's custom made cows for this property and this environment. I think the greatest opportunity going forward in farming is to actually stay farming. There's lots of things out there now. Lots of carrots have been waved in front of your eyes, like solar farming, planting your property in trees. I think if you can be a beef farmer today off pasture and a dairy farmer off pasture also, and hang in there, because it's going to be difficult the next 10 years. So I can see it's going to be a lot of automation. There's not going to be many staff. I can see they're happening a mile away, as you've discovered by looking at our operation. But that's a good thing, because you've got to keep up with technology, and it's going to be here for the future. It's just keeping up with it.
I've had my heart broken in two, but something's different next to you. It's like my soul is set on fire, but oh, I'm starting to feel tired. 'Cause I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know. The feelings that I know. me for show. I can't keep on this road alone. And all this time I thought I knew, but all this time away it's been you. 'Cause I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know. I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know.
We're under pressure here of growing grain because we've got our neighbour Australia who are always able to flood us with grain. It underpins our values. But if I compare our values with the UK currently, we've really got nothing to complain about. We're looking at $500 a tonne, which is roughly £250 roughly compared with the UK, and I don't think you're anywhere near that at the moment. Subsidies were taken away here in the 1980s. There's quite a lot of upset then. High interest rates took a lot of good farmers out. Now farming with no subsidies, it's a more level playing field, and I feel we know exactly where we're heading. Our costs are high, chemical, fertiliser, a little bit frightening really, but nothing we can do about it. We have to import all of that, and as long as grain stays around that $500 a tonne, we can hang on in there, but it's challenging. Yes, there's certainly a lot of difference here in the climate, the crops we grow, extremes of weather, although we have them in all countries. We've got a strong northwest here, and we're right in the northwest belt. We have to farm around that. Soil erosion is critical. We made the mistakes in the early days of Cambridge rolling paddocks ahead of a northwest wind, and then spending the next 12 hours wondering why we couldn't see the town because the sky was full of sand. I suppose the next thing is where to from here. Got a son Nick is here. He runs a contracting business which is going very well. Got a grandson coming along in the wings. Challenging it is, I don't quite see a clear picture of the next 10 years. Unfortunately, to still be here. Things are changing all the time. It's a very moving industry. At the moment, we seem to be comfortable with what we're doing. Who knows what 5 years' time is going to in store for us? I'll never know, will I? Having left England 25 years ago, where I'd have been there now. But I think looking forward, it's given us great opportunities here for the next generation. So you don't know whether son Nick would be doing quite as well as he's doing here in the UK now. contracting so intertwined with dairy. It's very welcome.
The biggest opportunity at the moment in New Zealand farming is that across the change of government we've had, they're starting to take away the regulations a little bit on us. So right now we've got some good opportunities. Interest rates are dropping and the banks are favouring agricultural industry. For a while there, we were the bad boys on the block, and now all of a sudden they like farmers again. Deer's up, sheep are up, the mutton's price is up, the wool price has just taken off. Dairy prices are the highest they've ever been. Beef is through the roof. There's a shortage of protein around the world. So at the moment, farming is fantastic.
Things are looking pretty good. There's a lot of positivity around at the moment. People actually making a profit for a change, but it can change very quickly, and I think the costs of things now costs have gone up so much relative to what farmers are getting paid that it's very hard for young people to get in and make a go of it.
I think how I view the future of farming is I think it's pretty bright out here. I think they've got the mix right. They've got the government's on your side. Everything's for you rather than against you. Whereas at home, I'm not really sure what the next 5-10 years are going to bring, if you're honest.
No, I'm a lot more positive because you're surrounded with positivity. And I think positivity breeds the outcome. And I think that has transpired into everything that you do. So whether that's being positive of the day-to-day, of what grass looks like or covers, or what you're proud in, that transpires through everything. Outlook for the future is certainly positive. Very, very, I can't see us not doing this, and I can't see why we shouldn't be able to do it. Not everybody wants to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and milk cows, but you do that for a long period of time, you will get somewhere. Not saying sheep farming would be the same scene because they haven't got the same progression, but when you can start as a junior, do that for a couple of years, and you can nearly double your income by then taking the next step to managing. There's not many opportunities that you can keep doubling your income. I just see opportunity at everything. Opportunity with people, opportunity with jobs, people with the relationships of other farmers. Just banging on the neighbour's door and saying, would you lease the farm? Or, there's opportunities everywhere you want to look. Even young people starting, it's just asking the questions, and there's a lot of knowledge and keenness in youngsters that want to grow, or have the ability to grow anyway, even with the contract milking, share milking, managing even.
I started out myself when I was 10 or 11 years old. I just said to the neighbour, he was a dairy farmer, and I said, look, I'm keen to learn. Can I come milk some cows or just give you a hand and tag along? And I think, yeah, you've got to be, if you're willing to put yourself out there and have a crack at things, and you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, if there's a job or an opportunity that comes up, well, it may not always be what you want to do, but if you're willing to have a crack at it and learn, that'll get you a long way.
You can make it whatever you want it to be, and that's the opportunity, really. Having the backing and the right financial support helps. Dreams don't cost any money, and I suppose that's what we try and portray and tell young people is, you know, within 2-3 years you could contract milk and go and take on 500 cows of their own. It's not a big thing. There's so much support that you can afford to fail, if you know what I mean. You know, there's enough people around you that will help you. It's not, hey, look, you're taking a risk. You do it on your own, and if you land on your face, you land on your face. There's a lot of people here that would want to see you succeed, and well, I suppose that's it in a nutshell, isn't it? And want to see you succeed. I mean, you know, I would promote any one of my guys coming through to go off on their own if that's what they want to do, because I want to see them succeed. If they've got bigger, better dreams, hey, look, run towards them. I want to help you build your dreams rather than them building mine. Hey, don't get me wrong, them building my dreams is always good too. But, you know, we want to grow them as well. And I see that, yeah, opportunity around every corner.
I think probably as a young kid getting into it, I sort of thought, oh yeah, it's just pretty straightforward. But I think you do have to have a bit of a business mind. With the way things are nowadays, you've got to work a calculator pretty well, and that's probably an aspect of it that I didn't, as a young kid that sort of getting into it, I didn't really appreciate that whole side of it. So yeah, I mean, the practical side of it is, yeah, you can pick that up pretty quick if you've got a passion for it, but certainly to actually run it as a business that's profitable is, yeah, there's probably more skill in that than...
Compared to the UK, scale is different because it's what's going to make us the most money. Is a 200 cow farm going to make us more money than a 500 cow? But probably the 200 cow will give us a better lifestyle, so the work-life balance will be better for the 200 cow. 500 cows is quite hard to make a living in a lifestyle. So scale certainly helps you choose the pathway that you want to go down. You know, we've chose a rather larger scale because it works for us. You know, I'm still very hands-on, but I'm teaching staff, but I don't have to do everything. So if I was on a small farm, I wouldn't have the teaching side of things, but I'd have to do everything. So that's one thing that you'd have to weigh up of what suits your personality, your risk appetite. Risk appetite is certainly a lot greater if it's bigger, because you've got a lot more moving parts. But then if you're on the smaller side, you've only got yourself to blame, or you know, where it comes with stock and weather and land, I think everybody's in the same boat. You want to do the best for them, and if that's after 100 mil of rains just come through, you're immediately thinking about them. You know, I don't think that's spoken about enough, how dedicated any farmer is throughout the world. You know, they all say that, you know, we love doing this job for no money. Well, you know, we do get out of bed to do it, but, you know, they come first. You know, you'll feed them before I feed myself. So I think that's the ugly love. The romanticizing over the difference, I don't think there's any different. I think there's equally as good operators, better operators in the UK and Ireland. It's not a country that changes us. Like, our core principles are the same.
Globally, things aren't all that great. There's a lot of governments that are trying to shut farmers down, and governments haven't exactly been supportive of farmers, and legislation and that now it's making it harder and harder for farmers to keep doing what they're good at. And yeah, I think most farmers will tell you, well, they try to do the best job they can and look after the land and their livestock and whatever that may be. But yeah, when your governments and governing bodies are making it difficult to do that, it is a concern. With all the emission trading scheme and the carbon farming here in New Zealand, where farms are being bought up and planted into forestry, it is pretty sad, really. Really good tracts of land, big farms that have been incredibly productive and just been planted into trees. And yeah, it's the flow-on effect. It's not just the farm that's no longer producing food or growing animals. It's the flow-on effect for communities, whether that be transport companies or sharing companies or local contractors, that it's all their work that's disappearing as well, and the flow-on effect that has to communities and schools and everything is far greater than just the immediate farm. And yeah, it's pretty sad to see that, really.
They want to see New Zealand covered in trees like it was 100 years ago. I know it is sorry to say, but it is a revolution that we're on at the moment, where we are making poor decisions. If we don't have bees don't pollinate the flowers, we don't eat. And I'm afraid in New Zealand we have a lot of diseases that are killing bees. Now, a simple little bee, if we clean them out, we don't get any food. So if we don't have any land, it's covered in trees, food's reduced again. Our population's growing. I'm very dubious about what's going to happen in the future. Don't think the government have much of a say to do with this. They're all about sustainability. They're very good at talking about it, but offering support or advertising or anything to do with a farmer doing really well on a farm is sort of, it's not frowned upon, but it's sort of, it's your farm, you can do what you like with it. But we know that we can run an operation that townies are going to look at like, wow, we didn't know that. Kids today, I want to educate kids on where their milk and meat come from. They can come to our farm and have a look. They can come to the milk shop and I can tell them about how that milk was produced. I think it's up to the farmer, I think, to advertise and tell their story. We realise the media and the world's not going to show it to us. So we need guys like Jeremy Clarkson, like you guys talked about before. What he's done for farming worldwide is huge. Social media, YouTube, TikTok. We have to have the positive out there. We've got to promote it, you know.
Of ag, challenging times ahead. No matter where you are in the world, the job's difficult. It really is difficult now, particularly for grain farmers worldwide. It's a difficult industry to move forward in. There's a lot of cropping farmers in Canterbury now that are changing to dairy purely because they can't they can't make crops pay anymore. So you know, a lot of feed crops now, barley, the cereals, whatever, are being imported from Australia into mills to be fed in New Zealand because the cost of production is that much lower. So there's a lot of guys packing in with cereals here. Virtually the only money makers in cropping farming in New Zealand now are your specialty crops, your seed crops, your grasses, your brassicas, and yeah, specialty seeds. So it's it's a challenge, but there's challenges no matter where you are in the world. That's a big thing that I have learnt, is that everyone thinks when you farm in one place, you always think you've got it worse than anyone else, and it's not until you do something like what I do, where I split my year between 4 or 5 different countries, and every country that I go to has its own challenges. They're not necessarily the same challenges, but they have challenges nonetheless. Farming is a tough job. It's a tough gig. There's no two ways about that. But it is just a hell of a lifestyle.
Most challenging parts of an operation like this is we're very weather dependent. You know, we're heavily reliant on the weather, like most farming all around the world. Machinery and staff, you know, there are always two variables as well that you can't control all of the time.
Communities. There's a lot of people go travelling and they'll go to the same tourist spots and they'll kick around with the same 5 English people that they got on the plane with and came over with. Because I try not to do that. When I come to a new country, I'll always try and just integrate with that community and take in the lifestyle in that local area. And I guess that's shaped me a lot as a person. I've met a lot of really cool people, seen some great places, and I've absolutely no regrets whatsoever. I just, live and breathe it now. A lot of people worry about going away and working abroad because I guess they feel like they're going to miss out at home. For anyone that's thinking about doing it, I can tell you this, hand on heart now, you'll go away, and whether you go away for a week, a month, 6 months, a year, however long it may be, you'll come home and nothing will have changed. You'll walk into your local pub, old mate's still sat in the same corner, he's still sat there, he still drinks the same thing as what he drank before. The only thing that might have changed is that now she's pregnant and he's not with her anymore, he's now with her. And that's, I'm afraid to say, that is basically the long and short of it. So there's virtually no reason not to. It's a big wide world out there with so many opportunities. Don't get stuck in a rut, because if you do, you'll never get to know what you're missing out on. You'll always wonder what if.
There's always going to be opportunities at home. You've got the rest of your life to be at home if that's really what you want to do. But there are so many guys that have come to me that are in their 30s, 40s, 50s at home, and they say, man, that looks good, I wish I went and did that. And I would beg anybody to not let that happen to them. It's a year of your life, and yes, it might turn into more, but just chase it. I really, really believe in that.
I've done it, it's great. It's not for everybody, but I thoroughly recommend it. The way of life, the lifestyle, the climate. We all speak English, and it's a good life. I have no regrets at all, but it's not for the faint-hearted.
So I think that's probably one of the biggest opportunities compared to at home, is that if you have the get up and go and you want to have a go, the support's there to do it. You know, whereas at home I feel like you're battling everyone, because it's not the local council, it's national government, or if it's not them, it's your neighbour, or it's a bloke across the road, or whereas here yeah, everyone seems to be supportive and you know, lets you get on with what you want to get on with.
When I was driving, it was rewarding. You'd go out and you'd do a job, you'd mow a field or a paddock, or you'd do some baling or chop some maize, and you see that instant gratification of the job left behind. I think now, when you're sort of looking after everyone and making that happen, you send everyone out and they do a good day's work, and you complete all these jobs and they all come back at the end of the day and you know they've done a good job and you've got happy customers. That's probably the most rewarding part about it.
Opportunities are usually dressed up in overalls and look like hard work, and it's true. You know?
That's something I believe really strongly in, is people making that leap and trying to get the understanding that there is nothing to lose by having a go. If you don't like it, you can always go home. But once you're out here, or the States, or Aussie, or wherever you want to go, it's not something you're going to regret. It's to be prepared for. You've just got to keep an open mind. Anything can happen.
You've got to be, if you're willing to put yourself out there and have a crack at things, and you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. If there's a job or an opportunity that comes up, well, it may not always be what you want to do, but if you're willing to have a crack at it and learn, that'll get you a long way.
If you look from the outside in, sometimes it looks like doom and gloom if you look at the mainstream media, but there's so much fun out here.
Yeah, I honestly think you've got nothing to lose. You can always put a house out to rent, a farm out to rent, a lease out. You can just try it for 12 months, see how it works out. But you could go home and be doing the same job for 40 years. What's 1 year to go and try something different?
Forget our fear of what comes after. We'll hold on for better days. Let our past begin to shatter. Days like these, we can see the way to live out a new chapter. so let this feeling grow. Finally see what we've always known, so let this feeling grow. These days come to life like a river keeps on winding. We know this is our time. Keep the memories that we're finding. Times like these come and go, so let this feeling grow. Finally see what we've always known, so let this feeling grow. Times like these come and go.